Hi guys, impromptu video time. Ding ding. Just been thinking about how little work I've been doing, except how much work I've been doing. Because I've been working really hard, but not on the technical working stuff, if you see what I mean. Basically, I've written a ridiculous amount of fic. I've contributed a lot to fandom, but I've done bugger all in terms of university work. That's not true. Actually, as of last night, I had to watch a 2.5 hour long documentary called The Pervert's Guide to Cinema, which this week in cultural studies is psychoanalogy? Yeah, last week was like the bomb for me because it was gender, sexuality and feminism, and this week is psychoanalysis. Fuck! Psychoanalysis. I'm just gonna say it like that. Psychoanalysis. Is that even her? No, psychoanalysis. Whatever. I did psychology at AS level, and I got a D, so there are some aspects of it that I really like bystander theory and like the Stanford prison experiment, you know, interesting, also kind of horrifying, but interesting psychology, and like, you know, that sort of thing. But sometimes I really get annoyed at how everything has significance. Like, the chapter that we had to read this week on psychoanalysis, you know, had this like quote from Freud talking about how his kid was playing with this toy, like a little, like a ball on a string, and he would throw the ball away and then pull it back with the string. And Freud was like, well, obviously this is symbolic of him rejecting his mother because he wants to have control over her habitants and then he can pull her back at leisure. And I'm just like, for Christ's sake, he's playing with a toy. Step back, Freud, it's just a kid having fun. So I've done actually some work, but like, I calculated this. Since the beginning of October, I've written about 24,000 words of fan fiction. And if you count the one that I started just at the end of September, then that goes up to 47,000 and a half. So, you know, I've contributed a fair amount, and like, I put out my first fan video for 2 years, which felt really nice actually, because the whole reason I started YouTube in the first place was to make fan videos. Fun fact for you there. I enjoyed it. It took fucking hours. You wouldn't think, would you? Like that, I don't know, 3 minutes of a song with clips from a movie. Not even like TV episodes are difficult because you have so many different things and there's so much of it, but you know, it's technically not that difficult just to set clips to a song, but that took me like 4 hours. Ages. Ridiculous. It's one of those nights where I, you know, looked at the clock and it was 8:30, looked again and it was a minute past midnight, and I just lost my shit. Been thinking about, you know, how I've been really busy, but not with university work. And I was talking to Kerry and how our degrees aren't real degrees because we're not working enough for it to be a real degree, you know? Like, I have about 13 contact hours this month. This month! And I have to do work outside of class, sure, but it doesn't add up to that much, really. I have literally no excuse for missing a deadline or for not doing the work for class because I have just entire weeks off sometimes. It's crazy. It's amazing because I get to, you know, do the stuff that I really enjoy, which is fanfiction, but it's still ridiculous. I've written like a shit ton and it feels really good, and that's why I literally don't regret anything. Like, you know how people regret wasting their time, you know, on Tumblr and stuff. I kind of have the mentality that if I'm enjoying myself, then it's not a waste of time. And I've really enjoyed putting out all of this fan fiction. I remember when I first joined LiveJournal and became part of the Merlin fandom, and there were writers that I became friends with who were putting out regular fic, and I was just like, how do you do that? I am now the writer that I wanted to be when I was about 14. And that's just a really nice thing to be, you know? It's really nice being able to put work out regularly-ish and have people comment and say that they enjoyed it and that they got something out of reading your stuff. It's so cool. I regret nothing. So at the end of the day, I think I wanted to say that I don't mind that my uni work might suffer a little bit. Technically, while I'm here, I just have to pass anyway because they can't transfer grades over because the European grading standard is different from the UK grading standard, so, you know, I have to do the bare minimum. I mean, I'm not just doing the bare minimum because that would be kind of crap because I actually do enjoy my courses here, but point is, I don't mind putting more time into fandom, even though technically speaking I don't get anything out of it. You know, I can't make money off of it because it's working with material that is copyrighted to someone else or something else. all I'm getting out of it is my own enjoyment, and I'm giving something to someone else. So that was just a kind of rambly, thinky thoughts video for you there. Also, by the way, are you guys watching American Horror Story and Sleepy Hollow? Because I am. Oh, and Elementary, which is probably one of my favourite shows of all time now, because everything about Elementary is literally perfect. It keeps getting better and better. It's the gift that keeps on giving. I don't understand. Joan Watson is the gift. She is just... So, you know, what TV are you guys watching? Tell me. Because it's not like I have enough to watch as it is. I do. I might start watching Atlantis, the BBC series, because it looks awful and also really funny and super gay. So, all excellent things in a TV show, I'm sure you agree. Psychoanalysis? This should not be a tongue twister, it's a word, for God's sake. Psychoanalysis. Psychoanalysis. That has to be right. I'm gonna check. Psychoanalysis, right? Psychoanalysis. That is a thing. Is it not? Is that not a thing? Psychoanalysis. It probably has something to do with, like, I don't know, my mother.